Hey 713, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm new. I'm well, how are you? I'm glad that you're doing well. Um yeah, like I'm new. Like this is my second stream. Yesterday was my first. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a little nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie. Right before I started streaming yesterday and today, like my heart was racing a little bit. I don't know, but like a good kind of nerves. Yeah, I hit star. You're doing great. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that kind of like separates a lot of people, right? Like, just kind of like wanting to do it, but like not hitting the start button. Like the start, like that's like, I don't know, 90% of it, right? Like just hitting the start button and just like showing up and being here. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna be doing some drawing today. I'm starting what I hope is gonna be like a very productive journey for me, which is to complete the Charles Bargue drawing course, right? Which is I don't know how familiar people are with it. It's kind of like, I mean, it's like over 200 years old, so it's not really you know, used that much today, I think. We're going digital. Yeah, it's we're going digital because it's just right now a little bit easier than setting up a second camera. Charles Bargue. Maybe I can find the Wikipedia entry real quick. I just dropped a part of my pen. But yeah, let me see if I can pull up the Wikipedia. There's not a Wikipedia page for the drawing course itself. There's just a Wikipedia entry for the guy. But basically, from what I understand, which I'm not, I'm just kind of like a person who wants to get better at drawing. I'm not really a trained artist. But from what I understand, it's like, it's like it's what professional drawing drawing schools used to teach, like if you like were able to like copy like all of these plates, which I have it right here. Let's see if I can full screen now. Out here. So like basically he made he made copies of like plasters and casts. I mean, like master sculptures, and there's like a bunch of them, and like the drawing course itself is basically, can you accurately basically draw everything? And there's like 100 and something of these plates that students were expected to draw, and this was like even before you got the opportunity to draw from life. You were expected to like complete this, all these drawings. And so yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like, I'm not really doing it right, I think. There's a certain method. You gotta make them, like, you have to like print them out to be a certain size, and like, you know, like stand at an easel and whatnot. So I'm not really doing it in the traditional way. I'm just doing it to like, you know, just kind of have some fun. And supposedly Van Gogh and Picasso completed this. So yeah, find my own way and style, and also copying Van Gogh and Picasso style, you know, but it's not bad company to keep, I think. But yeah, that was my plan for today's stream, and just hang out, just you know, a very chiseled look. Yeah, it's interesting because I literally think it was these are drawings of like statues, you know, just like ancient Greek statues, which I guess, you know, the art as an institution like really reveres like statues, or like the perfect proportions of humans and whatnot. So like that's why they kind of like really valued them, I think. But yeah, I mean, my goal is just to kind of get some like exposure to like some really good drawings, some like master drawings, because you know, that's how a lot of people learn how to draw, you know, just by copying. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm actually gonna start with some warm-ups because I haven't drawn today yet. I had this photo. Cool. I'm glad you like it. Yeah. Hopefully it's, you know, it's productive. You know, hopefully improve, and I think I will, but you know, we'll see. It's all about the practicing. But I do want to get better for sure. So yeah, I had this drawing from yesterday. I was doing some figure drawings yesterday. Let's see if I can pull them up. So this is the first one I did, and I was practicing scale because that's something that's like kind of throws me off, like drawing things in scale, given like a certain, you know, canvas size or what have you. Am I able to, you know, proportionally fit whatever it is I'm drawing into that format? And it's something I'm struggling to practice, but yeah, like I took it down to the basic shapes. Does it make scale easy? Oh, do you mean like rescaling it and whatnot? Oh yeah, for sure. I'm actually, because I don't think that. I mean, like I'm trying to draw digitally as close to physically as I can. So I'm trying to like consciously not do things like rescale, you know, like selecting and rescaling. And also, I set a rule for myself: no erasing or undoing. So like, kind of like if I were to be drawing like in pen, which I like to do in my sketchbook. I think it's been I'm actually kind of used to it already, because when I draw in my sketchbook, I use pen, and like it's challenging, but I really like doing it that way. And so yeah, it was kind of just like similar to how I normally draw. And this was the second one I did. This one I wasn't too happy with. Oh, thank you. I mean, honestly, I don't feel like I'm there yet. Like, there's so much practice still left for me to do. Um, not only like getting the proportions right, because like I'm just looking at it here the day after with fresh eyes, and like right away I'm like, oh, okay, this is a problem area, right? This kind of like hip pelvis area is like way too wide compared to the reference there, and like this like shape here. Let me get a different color. The shape here is like totally off from how I did it. I like the practice. It's like a time capsule. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, that's a good way of putting it. Time capsule. And I kind of like that about sketchbook, like having a sketchbook too, because. Or do you mean like the photo? Maybe. Oh, okay, yeah, the actual practice. Yeah. That's kind of what I like about having a sketchbook too, because like right now, my current sketchbook, which it's around here. I've been working in that one for like 2 months now, and I like to like look at the first page and then like look at my most recent drawings, and like you can really tell like some improvements that I can really tell that I've made some improvements along the way. Even though like yeah, like at the time, you know, every single individual day I'm like, oh, like my drawing is getting worse. Like I'm not drawing as well as it did yesterday. Like it always feels like, I don't know, like I'm losing it, or I'm losing it, even though like looking back it's like, oh wow, like actually this looks better than something I did like a month ago, you know? I think it's partly to do with the fact that, you know, as I'm practicing more, like I'm gaining in skill, but also like learning more about what I could be doing, you know, differently, right? It's kind of like adding more nuance to what it is I'm trying to get done, and that's, you know, that's just going to be harder in general. So the inner critic, yeah. I'm gonna buy my inner critic a beer or like a glass of wine, so that way you can just kind of like relax a little bit, and you know, not show up so often. You know, just hang out in his house every once in a while. Yeah. But yeah, how's your art been? I don't think I've caught one of your streams in a while. How are things going on your end? Oh, really? How come? Mm, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I get that. I mean, yeah, it's even I don't know about being on the streaming end, but like even like being in like being a chatter in other people's streams, like I get like overstimulated. Yeah, so you have to leave just at least for the moment. That's good. That's good though that like you're taking that time to kind of like rebalance yourself. That's very important. Um, yeah. And, I get overstimulated from other people's streams sometimes where I'm like, there's a lot of people chatting, there's a lot of like conversations. Yeah. To show up authentically. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. What's the point? But I hope that things. I hope that you feel your energy return to more productive, more stable, more healthy place. If that's what you want to do to come back to Twitch. Art is going well. Life is treating me good. So no complaints. Yeah. Yeah. What else can you say, right? As long as you got your health, you got your art. Everything else is just sort of like extra. I'm just warming up. I'm just getting my hand loose. Dude, hey Chicana, what's up? How's it going? Another stream? Yes. Unfortunately. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, welcome. How are you doing? I'm just warming up right now. Okay, 7:13. Good luck. Have a good drawing session. Just finished some gaming. Cool. What were you playing? Sons of the Forest? Nice. I think I haven't played that one, but I think I've seen it on Steam. Isn't it kind of like a survival crafting game? It's like there's like a sequel. It's like a sequel, right, to like a game called The Forest. Yeah, one of my favorite types of games, and indeed it is a sequel to The Forest. Cool. Survival crafting is one of your favorite types of games. What other games are there in that genre? Is it similar to like I don't know if you would consider like DayZ like a survival crafting, because I guess you don't really craft, right? But it has more of that survival element. But what other games are like Sons of the Forest? What I like about this reference picture is that you can clearly see the curve of the shape here. I didn't realize that when I picked it, but like you can see how these kind of like what is that called? I think contours, right? Contours of the shape, which is like what I try to be very conscious of lately, so I can like really make it seem like it's three-dimensional. That's cool. I didn't realize that this shape would like give me the opportunity to practice that. There's so many, but in terms of the ones I play, 7 Days to Die is my favorite. I tried Fallout 76 and hated it. There's Planet Crafter, Raft, Green Hill. Cool. I've only heard of Fallout, but you seem to know your stuff for the genre. Do you have a squad or a team that you play with usually, or do you usually just go in solo, and is it kind of like PvE and you're just trying to one up other people? Really trying to focus on like squinting and like getting the major dark shapes here. Which may look kind of funny. Yeah, between that and simulator games, that's my jam. For the survival games, I have a homie that likes the same type of games as me, so we play together. We're getting behind in that list of survival games. Dude, nice. What is it about survival Oh, thank you. I don't know. This is, I don't really take my time on this, just because I kind of want to like loosen up my hand, because I haven't drawn all day. I almost like don't like taking that much time. Think that's just something I gotta work on, like to be a little bit more patient in drawing. But yeah, what is it about that genre that you like? Because I don't know, I kind of get, I think I get kind of too anxious playing those types of games where I'm like, oh my gosh, like I gotta get this, you know, like I gotta make sure I survive. I guess it's too real. Like looting and crafting items from the things I get. Something relaxing about being able to build and use stuff. Oh, interesting. So it's like a kind of like like a meditative thing, right? Where you're just putting stuff together. And then like the looting adds like the element of like not knowing, you know, like not knowing where you're gonna get, each game being different and whatnot. I guess, yeah, I mean, it sort of looks like it. I think I got there mostly. Yeah, it's very rewarding being able to build your base and upgrade your equipment and weaponry. Cool. Yeah. Since you mentioned Fallout 76, are you a fan of the Fallout games? Because for some reason, I think because it was like on sale on Steam like a month ago. But I've been playing Fallout 3, which I played it before, and I remember really liking it, but I didn't really remember too much about it. And it's a lot better than I remember it being. And that kind of reminds me that, like, you know, I've also played Fallout 4, and like you can also build your base in Fallout 4 if I remember, and like customize your base with like just basically customize it. So that kind of reminded me of what you're saying. It's like Fallout 76 you didn't like. I think I'm overdrawing this one, but it's fine. Yeah, this is way overdrawn. It's just a blob of ink, or it's just a blob of color. See, like, I gotta be like patient about it, because I'm like right now I'm just kind of like moving my pen up and down, like not really like using my eyes to see, just kind of like imagining more or less what it is. But I think if I took my time, especially if I like really focused on these kind of like darker shapes right here on the side, I think that could get some good results, and like focus on these inner dark lines here. Maybe curve them out to follow the patterns of the leaves. I think that would be the way to go to get this one. So I'm going to try to do that. Not really a Fallout fan, so I'm asking to play it while it has a concept to start the game, so this is not my vibe. Logging every day to get points or something to be able to teleport and complete quests. I don't like quests to start games. Yeah, Fallout is very questy. Which is kind of like a problem with Fallout 3. I mean, I think it's like 10 years old, or more than 10 years old, but like really that game is the quests. Like there's nothing to do as you're kind of like wandering around the wasteland. It's like you get to like, yeah, I mean there's like locations to discover, but like the locations almost inevitably take you off to another location for a quest, and there's not really like staying, like you don't really stay too long in a certain area. You just kind of like go from A to B and whatnot. I feel like you really well with this. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I definitely could have done it better for sure though. Which I'm gonna try to do with the one on the right here, to see if I can like really focus in and do like go a little bit slower. I think that's gonna help for sure too. I'm gonna start with these dark lines on the right here. I think if I, go slow, but also I don't want to go that slow. I want to keep it loose, not get too like hung up about getting it perfectly, and just kind of like follow the lines back down. It's almost like that book I mentioned yesterday, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, by Betty Edwards. One of the exercises is blind contour drawing. So like you look at your hand and like you see all the like wrinkles and ridges and pimples and warts and blisters and all that on your hands, and like you turn your head and you look at a piece of paper, or you turn your head and you have a piece of paper, and like you look at your hand and you draw without looking at the paper, and it's supposed to help you practice to draw what you see, and to I guess that's primarily it, to draw what you see and not draw what you imagine things to be. So you're basically just kind of like a transcription of like, okay, like there's a dot here, there's a line there, so I'm gonna do that. And like the drawing is not gonna look like your hand, it's gonna look like a bunch of squiggles, but I think it's like it helped me to really slow down and it really be kind of like a recorder as I'm drawing. No thanks to Fallout. Yeah, it's closer to story mode. I just don't like story mode games. It's fine for there to be a plot, but I don't want to have to do a bunch of quests to follow a storyline. I have people chatting at me with 1,000 cutscenes. That's fair. There is a lot of dialogue in Fallout, like very, very almost burdensome, like having to basically complete quests and to get quests by going through dialogue trees. Yeah, fortunately with Fallout 3, like the dialogue trees aren't like super detailed, because most of the time whatever option you choose, like it's gonna lead to the same quest. So like you can what I found myself doing is like speed reading and going through the dialogues. But yeah, I can totally see that. That's fair, for sure. You just want to get in. You just want to stay in the action, right? I really like the symmetry here of this. Like, it has this double line. That's very cool. I don't actually know what types of plants these are. These are from the public domain website. I got the other images from. Yep. Yeah. Uh-oh. I think it's so good. Just very wary about adding too much on the left side here. And keeping the right side like lighter. I don't think I'll be able to get this sort of like in the inner shading. Unless I just kind of like stipple it and like hit it with dots like that. I know like filling in the darker areas on the right hand side is gonna like really make it pop. So I'm trying to save that to, so that, you know, at the very end, like I fill them in, I'm like, oh yeah, actually looks good. Because right now it's, you know, it's in the ugly phase. I lost where it was at. I'm just guessing. That sounds to be perfect. Dude, can you imagine like having to draw this? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like in awe of people who know how to paint. And like capturing like details like that. Capturing details like this is like, it really is like magic. But I know, you know, it's like a result of like so many years of work and effort, you know. This has got to be pointier. Kind of like a little bit curved up. I've never tried to draw these sorts of things. Yeah, me either. This might be. Well, I've drawn like flowers before, but like it's like not something I actually really enjoy drawing. But I figure it would be good to practice because then I could really focus on drawing what I'm seeing as opposed to like, you know, with figure drawing, like just kind of like going through the motions, which is something I'm trying to work on. A mathematical way of capturing the details. It's cool to watch. Oh, nice! I didn't realize that. Kind of like a methodical way of doing it. I find myself just kind of like going up and down, like moving my eyes up and down, like drawing like that, or sometimes, you know, side to side, but I think primarily up and down. But now I gotta squint to get these really dark shapes. Yes, I think it's supposed to be pointier, right? Maybe I can get this a little bit sharper. Yeah, that's good enough. It's more or less what I set out to make it. What's today? The 4th. 425. So yeah, that's it. That's the warm up. So the main thing, or the main drawing challenge that I want to do on stream, is completing this drawing course. It's like 200-year-old drawing course called the Charles Bargue drawing course, and it was basically what they used in art schools. It was a series of like master level drawings that students would copy, and before you can even like draw from a live model in the old apprentice style of learning, like you were required to complete these plates, these pages of drawings here. So yeah, that's my ultimate goal, to basically to get all of these done, and to become a master drawer at the end is what I'm hoping for, or at least a little bit better than where I started. And they start off pretty simplistic. Like this is the first one. This is what I'm gonna be doing today. So it's like eyes, right? And like this is just lines. But then they like quickly start getting into like lights, you know, lighting, shadows, and then like more complicated like parts of the figure, like hands. Like this is crazy. Like I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna try. Yeah. So yeah, my goal isn't to be even really doing it the right way, because I think there's a certain way you do it. Like you do it like on an easel, and like you're supposed to like print these out and like have them in proportion to the size that you're drawing. But I'm just doing it on my iPad, and it's just kind of like a fun way to organize the stream, I think. And if I don't actually enjoy doing it, I'll just do something else. Just keep doing figure drawings or drawing from that archive of pictures. But the point is to get better. You know, shading is a huge challenge for sure. For sure. Yeah, I don't even feel like I'm there yet. Like I do it kind of like I did it in the warm-ups a little bit because it was kind of there. But I haven't even I haven't studied it. You know, I haven't thought about how to really do it. I've just sort of been like winging it so far. But yeah, I mean, like there's like skills, you know, like fundamental skills that they say you gotta like really practice. So it's like proportion, lighting, contour, negative, what is it called? Negative space? I don't think that's a fundamental skill, but it's something that I want to practice. What else? Anatomy is a big one. If you want to draw people, for sure, especially. Line, right? Like width, variety. Deliberateness, which I don't know if is a word. So yeah, see, these are just like some of the skills like I want to get better at, or I feel like I need to work on more to really kind of lock down drawing, right? And that's just drawing. That's not like painting, which I ultimately want to do. Like I want to oil paint. I want to get better at watercolors. But like I feel like this is like the fundamental, and if I can get this, then and color, right? That's a whole other bag of cookies right there, coloring. But yeah. We're taking it slow. We're working on proportion. We're on step 1. Just delete that. I guess that's an okay size. Is that kind of not okay? There we go. Okay, I think that's better. So yeah. Like even like this, like, line. Oh, I forgot it's not a canvas. Or it's not a Procreate image. Even that like brow line. Capturing that. It's kind of challenging. Oops. Okay, I guess he really wants me to draw as if I'm holding the pen sideways. Okay, bring this shape down. I mean, all this really is like shapes and like their relationships and proportions to each other, which is admittedly very important, right? Bring the line down here. Make sure I get the triangle. That triangle will get a space. Right. Bring it up there, bring it in. Okay. Yeah. Okay, 1. It's the first one. Let's try again. distance from the top line to where the ridge of the eye starts. So I kind of feel like it's over here, and then angle down. And it comes parallel to the top part. Yeah. Okay, and then I think this is supposed to be higher up. And then it combines with that second line. This one's kind of thick. Not that thick. And then this is kind of like a curve shape. To there. I was like, wait, hold on. Did I do it right? These are actually combined. And this comes down. It looks like a like a kid's drawing where it's like they still don't have their fine motor skills developed. You got the basis of that image in like 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, kind of. I tried, yeah, I tried for sure, but we'll see. I think when it comes to like lines, I still have a lot of uncertainty in drawing that, you know. It's like, it reminds me of like that video of I think I saw on like Instagram back when I had Instagram. It was like some guy who would do paintings of like famous characters, but like his videos were like him, like close-ups of the brush moving very smoothly across the canvas, and like wherever he moved his brush, like he would leave like a perfect shape or a perfect like line of paint. And I don't know how he did it. It was like very precise and very exact, but he had like that smoothness, that kind of like certainty of line drawing, which is what I don't quite yet. I'm not quite there yet. Like my lines are very much kind of like stuttery. Okay, and then bring this down. But at the same time, I don't want to like spend too much time on like a single one, because it's like, you know, there's going to be more opportunities to practice. Cool. It's 2 down. Let's see if I can squeeze this one in the corner here. So draw it down like that, and this is kind of like a little bit. Is this not working? Is this not working? My Apple Pencil's dead or something? Hold on, I'm reconnecting my Apple Pencil. I actually dropped the cap to it, and I have no idea where it's at. Okay. Alright, let's try again. Okay. Nice. So this is a little bit thicker. It's so weird. Why isn't it drawing? Is it dead? No, it's good. Let me close Procreate then. Save reopening it. No. My Apple Pencil just stopped working. Okay, there we go. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. It's weird. I'm only 2 drawings in and it's already tired. Okay. Let's go back to Smart Comic. Split view. Yeah, my pencil needs an energy boost for sure. That's gonna be too small. I guess I'll just move over here. You know what? No, I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna try to draw in here proportionally. Relatively speaking, that looks okay. This comes across. This kind of like flips out. This one in. Ooh, hold on. I got lost there. So this one comes down. Oh, there you go. Okay. There's actually a one underneath it. This one actually curves. And these 3 will combine. Okay, let me start over. Okay. I got this. Okay, that's the canvas size. And then come down here. Alright. It's looking better. And then this one comes down here and goes off the page. I think I can just increase the canvas, right? text and undid, but it's fine. This is actually a lot closer. Comes across. Goes up, down. This loops into it like this. And these two combine. And this should be not that much, but it should come down like that. Actually, I think I need to make this go across a little bit straighter. And then come down a little bit more angular. Maybe. Possibly. I think the gap is a little bit too wide. Okay, try again. I mean, this is what it's about. It's all about repetition and learning from previous attempts. Your pencil's working against you, just wants to make some really thick lines. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna blame the pencil. That would be the easy way out. But it is kind of tricky because I'm very much used to a pen, Pens you don't get that kind of like line width. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying. This is gonna be my last attempt at this one because I feel like spending too much time on it. I am. You are gonna blame the pencil? Well, it did stop working for some reason. That was weird. Okay. I actually think I was drawing the second one again. Oops. Well, at least I got some good practice with the second one. Okay, I'm gonna try to draw the third one. This is the third one. Super long. It's like almost like twice the width. Let me measure this real quick. Yeah, it's almost twice the width of this one here, which means it's gonna take me down off the page. Okay, let me make the second one shorter then. There's when it breaks off down close to the edge, and there's a line that comes out there, and this line goes down at a steeper angle, and then the lens of the eye goes that far down, that's fine. Okay, there's I don't know if that's a misprint or I don't know what that like kind of like floating line on the left there is supposed to be. Get like a thin line. And then bring it back in. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that. I think that was pretty successful. I mean, the thing I could do better. Oh, I totally forgot that this line connects down. So actually, it's too close. Hello. It's not wanting to. There you go. Okay. Cool. So that was the top row. Done. Okay, moving on. Number 4. What I like about these line drawings is like they're not like super detailed with like shading and color and whatnot. They're just like lines, but they like suggest the image so much. Like you can tell right away. It's like, oh, this is an eye, and you can tell it's like, oh, it's in 3 dimensions, which is like very, very challenging to do. Find the basic form of something, Yeah, thank you for the applause, Chicana. Okay. I owe it all to my pencil. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, come up here. Bring it down there. Oops. I always feel like I draw the spaces a little off. It's a cumulative effect, because like if you draw the space wrong between like 2 lines up here, because like I'm basing my drawing on like that spacing, which is off, like everything else is gonna be off, It's kind of like building a house, but like half of the team has a ruler where the foot is like this long, and then the other half of the team has a foot that's like this long, and like that kind of like throws everything out of balance. Gives you the basic workings for drawing the eye in different angles, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Which I suppose it's good not just for drawing from imagination, which I ultimately don't really care that much about doing. Like, I don't really need to, or I don't really care to practice that skill of drawing from imagination, because it's a totally different series of steps and skills to practice, But I'm happy to draw from reference, draw from photos. There is a Russian painter, or I get on Instagram again, when I had Instagram. There's like a famous Russian fine arts school that he graduated from, and like their whole thing was like they don't do any drawings from photos. Like all of their drawings are from life or from education, because I think their reasoning is that it doesn't represent the same kind of like form and feel of the painting or something like that. And also I think they think that like you won't improve as much if you draw from photos and references, which is, that's sort of interesting. I can sort of understand where they're coming from, because like the point of drawing isn't necessarily to draw photorealistically, but to draw your interpretation. I gotta reconnect my Apple Pen again. Take a water break. I also think it might be my my iPad too, that's not registering the Apple Pen, the Apple Pencil, because my iPad's pretty old, I think. No, it is. I mean, it is old. It's I think it's more than 5 years old, which in the yeah, in the grand scheme of things, like relatively speaking, yeah, for sure. I don't know if it continues to be a problem. I'll just set up a second camera and just do like record myself drawing by hand. I mean, that's I already have like the setup for that, kind of. My apple's beginning to rot. Yeah. They say one bad apple spoils the bunch. I got 2 bad apples here, so you can imagine how much spoiling is going on. Look how much bigger that bottom eye is. I didn't realize it was so big. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. Okay, let's see. I unscrewed the tip of it. I did draw in proportion to what is shown on the screen, though. Yeah, that's true. Which is what I'm trying to do mostly, but it's just kind of funny because it's like, oh, like I didn't realize, like I'm taking up half the page with one eye, Okay, I think that did it. I unscrewed the nib and I put it back in, so I think that was the problem. It's kind of like a little hat for the eye. This brim thing. I'm just gonna move a little bit faster here. Yeah, I mean that's pretty close to the reference, I think, relatively speaking. Okay. Next one. Okay, draw this down here. Bring this I think I drew it too, like squeezed together. Thank you. That eye is watching the rest of the eyes. Yeah, that's the Sauron of the eyes. That's why it's so big. This area here is the Mordor of the canvas. Yeah, I for sure drew it to like pinch together. Just kind of like looking at it. Okay, so let's move it. Let's move it. Let's see. We can try it again. So first things first, I want to get this. And get that drawn across. I'm gonna expand the. Oops. Expand the canvas a little bit more. There, bring it down. Okay. This is sort of like halfway. Maybe if I like think of it in terms of shape, it's kind of like that, right? Kind of like a, what do you call it? Parallelogram? That's the kind of shape it's in. And then this come down, something like that. Maybe. Okay, let's try again. I captured the edges of this stripe. Something about this area that I'm missing. There we go. Maybe. I think it's the angle of the corner above the eye. I think this needs to kind of stick out more. Yeah, it just looks off. For sure, this spacing right here, like I think I need to push this further out. Like there should be more space between this line and the top of this ridge. Like I think that needs to be separated more. This needs to come sharper and follow this down. And then this can come back up. Meanwhile, this can hook into here. Just goes straight down. Yeah, I see the spacing. Oops. Differences there beneath the brow. Yeah, right? Like, yeah, I think that's throwing it off. It's like this area here is too narrow in my first attempt. I'm gonna give it another try, see if I can get that spacing better the second time. And then this has got to be like that. This comes in. the issue is the spacing between the eye and this part right here. Like this part needs to be up more, I think. I think everything else looks fine-ish. But yeah, okay. I think everything else matches up relatively fine. Okay. But it's just the spacing right here, and it's kind of hard for me because it's kind of like the shapes are kind of just like floating above each other, and there's not really I don't really have a way, or I don't really have a way to like measure it without like actually like measuring on my pencil, which I don't really want to do because it just takes a while. And well, it doesn't take a while, but it's just kind of a hassle. But yeah, I think I'm gonna move on to the next eye. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start with this top line. Come down. Okay, yeah. I mean, aside from this line right here, I think that one's good. Pretty satisfied with that. Nice. Okay, go into a new canvas. Halfway through. I think if I don't finish by 9 o'clock, I'm gonna have to end stream. Anyway, so hopefully I can finish in the next 20 minutes. I think I can do it. I think I've gotten the hang of it more. Okay, this one. Just straight curved lines here. That connects. This goes in. And this lets you bring it in close. There's a thick line. Starts closer and then goes out and then comes back in like that. And it breaks off into two smaller ones. allowing myself to erase, I would erase this little extra bit of pencil right there, to kind of clean up that negative space, that corner edge. But I think it's fine. I think you get the gist of the eye. Does that look like an eye? Those angles are excellent. Oh, thank you. Looking at it on my monitor, it gives me like another view of it. I think like almost like a clear perspective on it. Oops. And it does kind of look. I see a few places where I would do it differently. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. Another quick one. Do the same eye. From here, bring it down this way and then out. This is actually straighter than the way I drew it. And this one is also straight. Like that. This goes in. Goes out and then comes back in a little to get close to the top one. Curve slightly. Get close there. Let's go in. Actually, yeah, I actually think, yeah, I did it better the second time. It looks a little messier, but I think the angles are a little bit more true. Make sure I just get this slight curve. Let's get the sharp. Okay, I think it works, more or less. All right, next one. Actually, I'm going to try to start off with the bottom part, because I feel like I always start off with the top left. So I'm going to see if I can start on the bottom and still get it in proportion. approach this a little bit looser. Because I feel like my lines are like too stiff. Like my hands are shaking because I'm trying to like really get them very straight. So I kind of want to like loosen up my grip a little bit too. Little roof for the eye. A little too narrow, I think. I think the reference is a little bit wider. Maybe if I bring it out like that. And then lower this. Something like that. I brought this across. Yeah, I think that looks better. It's pretty close enough. True, yeah. The great mind, think about the spacing. What great mind? Is there an... Are you bragging? Are you bragging about yourself, Chicana? I think the second half of the page has been going a little bit faster than the first half, which is good. I feel like I'm loosening up more. Cause like my hand was just like really like, especially on like this on the screen where it's like less texture than like a piece of paper. It's harder to draw a straight line. Can't watch yourself there. Well, I mean, there's something cooking up there, I think, in that head of yours. So, feeling more comfortable with it after practice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think. Well, let me look at the first page again. I think it was just too. Yeah, just too much hesitation, I think. Maybe too slow? I don't know, we'll see. Okay. What time is it? 8:49? Okay, so 10 more minutes. How many do I have left? 4? I think I can do it. That's what, like 2 minutes for each one, roughly. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm just gonna try to be very deliberate about my lines here. Okay. That was like 2 minutes. Fast sketch challenge. Go. Alright, I got 3 more. Three more to go. I think I put this too close to the ridge on the left there. It's actually a line there. Bring that in. I'm pretty happy with how the way this one's turning out. Yeah. I think there's a slight like sticking out part right there. Yeah, that looks a little bit closer, and I think this is supposed to be a little bit taller. That works. Okay, cool. Making good time. Second to last one. The top line of the eye shape, and then bring it in there. It's kind of like an oval down here, I think I squished this too much. Yeah, this is too compressed. Like this is too squeezed here. Like I need to bring it out more. Base and shape. fit this one in here. Let me actually expand this canvas. I think that's probably where I went wrong the first time. I don't think I drew it low enough compared to the very top line. And that's how I think the oval shape comes about, because it's like dips a little bit there. This just feels like a bunch of squiggles at this point. Yeah, you know what? Actually, it doesn't. It's not that bad. Looking at it from on my monitor, it's there for sure. It's just the angles are a little off in relation to the eyebrow, the top bridge part here. But this angle's there. Okay. All things considered, I think that one is okay. Alright, last one. And then we're done with plate 1. This is about a third of the way down that line. And this is like in the center. Come down here. And this eye, this curved line. That's too, I think that's too big. This has got to be longer. It's got to be longer. this comes and forms that second line. And then this bit at the bottom. And then the line width is thicker here, and then sort of angled. I think I made this a little bit too steep. I think this is gonna be, yeah, more like that. Yeah, okay, that's it. And then this top part ends in like a sort of slight angle out. Mm-hmm. And then this is gonna come in. Yeah. And then this one comes down. Just kind of goes that way. Yeah. And then this one's just goes ends like that, and then sort of forms like a diamond shape. Yeah, let's get this line there. And then I need to get the bottom line more like distinguished. Like that. Kind of. Maybe. Maybe. Right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think this one came out okay. Just looking at the angles of like curves is like challenging for me. But I think I was able to correct this one a little bit because it was kind of going off course at the beginning. Yeah, and it's also easier because I have the second screen. Like I have my iPad and I also have the monitor to look at. For some reason, like looking at the monitor helps me to gauge spaces better. Is that it? This one a little bit more. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Oh. Okay, page 1 done. Wow, that was a lot more work than I thought. 2 canvases, yeah. I mean, I think the last one is probably the best one I did. Which, you know, I think shows a little bit of improvement in the short time I was doing it. I did it. I did the thing. Yeah, I did the thing. The thing that I set out to do, I did. What's the next page? Ooh, okay, the lower half of the mouth. No eyes. Okay, we're moving past the eyes and we're going towards nose and lips and chin. And then what's after that? Profiles and ears. Okay, so yeah, looking forward to drawing some faces in the next couple of streams. Yeah, I'm not really sure when I'm gonna be streaming, when exactly my schedule is, but I think my schedule works best like Monday through Thursday, not like every day, but like in that window of the week. I think is when I'll be able to stream, and I'll be more likely to be streaming in the evenings primarily. But yeah, Chicana, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you spending time, your encouraging comments. Your comments are very nice. I really appreciate them. Yeah, I hope you had a good time hanging out. Cause yeah, I had fun. I had fun practicing and, you know, learning a little bit more about, you know, where I'm at as far as my skill level is. Yeah, WRNW stream. Thank you. I still don't know how to end stream. I mean, yesterday I just kind of ended it because I had to go. So I'm not sure. You enjoyed the chill vibes and watching the artists. Well, I don't know about artists. I mean, yeah, I guess. Thank you, I appreciate that. I appreciate you hyping me up. Very much appreciated for sure. Yeah, don't end it like that, I think. Yeah. No, it was, yeah. Yeah, I won't be ending it like that, if I can help it, because that was just like I had to leave right away to take care of something off stream, and I wasn't gonna come back. So yeah, I don't think I'm not gonna end it like that. It's like, all right, see you later, bye. Yeah, how do you? I don't remember. Your, with your streams, you kind of like how do you usually end it? I don't think you have like a outro, do you? Yeah. Yeah, no, that was. I felt bad afterwards too. I was like, oh, I just kind of like left them hanging. I was like, okay, see you later. Yeah, end stream. Oh, you do have an outro. I don't have an end stream. I need to make one. Yeah, maybe I can make one right now real quick. Oops. Oh, I can also raid. That's true. What benefits are there to raiding, aside from like connecting with other streamers? Like, do you get anything other than like just community? Yes, it's a community. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna raid this time though. We'll see. Rating helps your community grow, of course. Outside of that, there might be something analytics wise. Yeah, I can see that. I think it would make sense to like raid within like the same category, right? That you're in, as far as like analytics goes, right? Because it's kind of like studying more connections. You have to raid, but you don't have to raid unless you're comfy with it. I don't always raid out. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll play it by ear. So I don't think I'm gonna raid this time. And for next stream, I'll make an outro. I try to raid within the same category unless the one I have on my list is on, or I just want to raid out to a homie. That makes sense. I mean, yeah. I mean, you want to raid to people that like you're cool with, and help them to grow their community and viewership. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Okay, what can I make my outro? So you can just say thanks for the stream and see you next time. Okay, I'll take your advice. Thanks for the stream. I appreciate you being here as always. Like I said before, thank you so much. Thanks for the advice. Thanks for all your encouragement. W, Chicana. Make an outro drawing. I'm wondering if I could do like a. Yeah. I'll come up with some ideas of what to do, but yeah, looking forward to the next one. I appreciate it. All right, I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye. Bye.